Hey, vinyl community. It's been a while since I've made a video. We've been saving some money up, and well, we've already spent the money actually for the IVF stuff. Luckily, my father-in-law loaned us the money, so he said we can just pay him back, as we get it. So anyway, as you can tell, I got a bunch of records, a lot of stuff here. It's been a while since my last video, so I've had some time to actually acquire some things. And I probably should have made a video in between, but I knew the record show was coming up, and I was going to be going, and thought I'd be able to find some stuff, which I found a few things. But this whole stack here, I actually got from a yard sale. People were selling them, and they had them on there for $0.25 a piece. So I was like, how much would you take for the whole box? They were like, just give me $10. I was like, okay, you got it. So $10 for this stack. This little stack here, I found it's a thrift store that takes any money that they get and they put it towards some special cause, a charity. And anyway, they had all these records here for 65 cents a piece. So I found some okay stuff, and actually one really good record I couldn't believe I found there. So when I get to that, you'll be like, whoa, that's such a good find. This stack here is my normal antique store I go to. Like I said, it's been a while since my last video, and I would still go there on my days off and kind of kick myself when I'd go there. But I would limit myself. I was doing good. I would only buy like 1 or 2 records. So instead of my usual stack I would get at the place. But over the time since my last video, I mean a couple records each time, that's where I got this stack. So anyway, in the background, I'm listening to Loudness, Thunder in the East, Japan's finest thrash metal. Well, thrash / glam, hard rock, whatever you want to call it. It's still good stuff. Alright, let's get started because there's a lot here, and I'm going to try to make this as fast and as short as possible. Like I said, the thrift store, I'm not going to go into too much detail on all this. I'm just going to kind of thumb through it so you can see what I got. But these are my antique store finds. I mean, not thrift store, but this is the antique store finds here. Yes album. Y'all know that's good. Savoy Brown. Street Corner Talking, I believe. Yeah, is the name of that title. That's great stuff. Long John Broadry, if you want to call it that. John Broadry. Everything Stops for Tea. It's the gatefold cover. It's pretty cool. It Ain't Easy. I was happy to get those. Some good bluesy stuff there. Derek and the Dominoes in concert. Gatefold cover. It was in really good shape, so I was glad to get that. It's a Beautiful Day, self-titled. I was really pleased to get that one. That was one I was actually looking for. Gypsy, Antithesis, and this is actually, if you can tell, it's still sealed. I mean, it's got a little notch out in the corner, but it's still sealed. I was happy to find that. Canned Heat concert, recorded live in Europe, and if you can see on there, it says Record Club stamp in it. So I thought that was kind of neat. I wanted to snatch that up. Mott the Hoople, Wildlife, great. Grin, 1+1. I was happy to get this one. Iron Butterfly, heavy. This was the last of the ones I was looking for. I was really pleased to find this one. Those are all from the antique store. Like I said, those are the ones I just picked up here and there over the past time since my last video. But these were all from the thrift store that was 65 cents a piece. And I got some, I think some pretty decent stuff, especially for 65 cents each. Tracy Nelson, Poor Man's Paradise. It's got a little bit of water damage on the corner here, but still the vinyl is in great shape, and she's got such a good voice from Mother Earth. She's good stuff. Paul Butterfield, Better Days. I didn't know too much about this album, but I like Paul Butterfield, and I wanted to snatch that up for sure for 65 cents. This one was one of them. I was just like, holy cow. Bobby Blues Band, Two Steps from the Blues. 65 cents, people. That's some good stuff. And this one here, I'll focus on this a little bit and let you soak it all in. The Eldorados, Crazy Little Mama, BJ Records. I mean, it's got a little bit of staining on the back cover here, but you don't really come across the full length. You always see their 45s everywhere. But I was super happy to find that. Ray Charles, Yes Indeed. Ray Charles, What I'd Say. Billy Preston, It's My Pleasure. Not a big Billy Preston fan, but for 65 cents, I was going to snatch it up. I'll find somebody who wants it. Electric Light Orchestra, Out of the Blue. Gatefold cover, of course. 2 LP. Was happy to get that. Climax Blues Band, FM Live. This is also the gatefold and also 2 LPs. I've actually got a sealed copy of this, but I didn't want to crack it open, and they had this for 65 cents, so I figured I'd go ahead and snatch it up too. T for the Tiller Man, Cat Stevens. A sealed, well, actually, yeah, sealed copy of Nighthawk's Side Pocket Shot. It's got a little notch cut out too, but it was still sealed for 65 cents. Marvin Gaye, Midnight Love. George Harrison, Extra Texture. The cover's got a little bit of damage where the die cut is, and somebody wrote some stuff on the bottom, but 65 cents, you're not going to get a perfect record. And this, just flipping through, I didn't know who Glenn Sherrock, B. Birtles, and Graham Goebel was. Just right offhand, I didn't know the names. But then I saw down there and it says Before Little River Band. So I figured I'd give it a try. I guess this is their early stuff before they started Little River Band. So I figured I'd try it for 65 cents. Alright, now on to the huge stack here. I think this is a score for me. There's some damaged stuff in here, but they were selling them for a quarter piece at the yard sale, and he sold the whole lot to me, so I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. I'm not sure. He said he sold a few before I got there. I don't know what artists were in there, but based on the artists I got here, he probably had some pretty good stuff in there. But James Gang, Thirds. James Gang in Concert. I went ahead and sleeved some of the ones that I liked the best and that were in the better condition. John Fogerty, Centerfield. Foghat, Boogie Motel. George Thorogood and the Destroyers. It's got a promo hole punch in it, but whatever. George Thorogood and the Destroyers. This one's a pretty good copy here. Another George Thorogood and another hole punch. Move it on over. Styx. Canned Heat. Historical Figures and Ancient Heads. This is the German pressing, so it's not the better of the releases, but still, what are you going to do? Renaissance. Yes. Relayer. Wet Willie, Left Coast Live. The Force. I thought this was cool. It had it's a double LP thing. It has Deep Purple and a lot of other cool artists on here. I was pleased to get that. Some of these stickers, I guess, is where he got them from, but I was going to try to peel them off, and I lifted up one of the corners, and it's going to peel the coloring off the cover, so I just left it alone. I don't know anything about this album, but it was in the bunch, so I grabbed it. Prelude, After the Gold Rush. I'm not sure even which is the name, if it's Prelude or if it's After the Gold Rush, but either way I snatched it up. The Rockets. Three Dog Night, captured live at the Forum. Three Dog Night, 1. Black Oak, Arkansas, Ranch and Roll Live. Pure Prairie League, 2-lane highway. I didn't know anything about this, but like I said, it was in the bunch, so I grabbed it up. Henry Paul Band or Grey Ghost, whichever one it's called. I'm assuming Henry Paul Band. The Flock, I actually have this already, but, you know, it was in there, so gotta get it. The Moody Blues, I needed this one. It's got a cut corner at the top, but this is the one I didn't have. It'll do until I find a better copy. Another ELO, Face the Music. Simon and Garfunkel, Bookends. Simon and Garfunkel, Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme. The Best of ZZ Top. I'm not sure what this one's actually called. Cadence Classics Volume 1. I got it because I had, well, mainly it's in the bunch, but Link Ray, I don't pass up any of his stuff. Peter Frampton, I'm in You. That's whatever. New Riders of Purple Sage, The Adventures of Panama Red. It's not the better one of the bunch. It's the budget line release. Cat Stevens, Mona Bone, Jackin, whatever. Genesis, A Trick of the Tail. Styx. What is this one called? Paradise Theater. Duh. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I'm sure they all have it on there, but it's got some cool etching on side B of the record. Like I said, you gotta take the good with the bad when you buy a bunch. Culture Club, Color by Numbers. Journey, Captured. Kenny Rogers and what is it? First edition, I believe, is what it is. The Great Stonemans. Salt and Pepper, single. Probably be giving that to my brother. Aretha Franklin, Take It Like You Give It. Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh Crew. Wings Greatest. Leon Russell, Americana. Purple Rain, Let's Go Crazy. 12-inch single. And in the Purple Valley, Rye Cooter. Cooter. However he pronounces it. Alright. Trying to move along. These three, I actually saw on a record label who was selling some stuff. And, people can say what they want to about this band. It's some awesome punk rock. This is mostly from their earlier stuff when they were non-political. But anybody that knows this band knows they've went on to be notorious for their views. And anyway, I couldn't help but snatch them up because I didn't have any of their stuff on vinyl. And it's, like I said, some great punk rock stuff here. But Screwdriver, Back with a Bang, and I Don't Like You. I'm going to get to that one in just a second. Screwdriver, Antisocial, with Breakdown on the other side. And those are the reissues, by the way, of course. The originals are insane prices. This one I thought was cool. It's on blue vinyl. And from what I understand, it's only limited to like 500 copies. But Screwdriver, You're So Dumb, and Better Off Crazy. But great stuff. Love them or hate them, it's still some good punk rock. I love them myself. These are my record show finds here. And by the way, before y'all say anything about me saving money, these records, I actually sold some CDs and some old shoes and stuff on eBay, so I had a little extra spending cash. Therefore, that's why I went to the record show, and this is still the only reason why I got this little stack here. But the record show is actually on Sunday, and these are the finds I found there. Unsane and Slug, split 7-inch, Unsane's great. Anal Cunt and the Ronchus Brothers. Yeah, the Ronchus Brothers. Good stuff there. Anal Cunt anyways. I'm not sure about the Ronchus Brothers. Don't know it. I was really happy to find this. You don't find too much of their stuff on vinyl. But Genitortures, Cum Junkie, and it's also on some, I can pull it out without messing anything up with one hand here. It's on some cool blood splatter vinyl. So I was happy to get that. Banshee. These records here were $5 a piece. So I was super happy to find these. I don't know if the guy knew what he had when he was selling this for $5. Banshee, it's got a little promo cut in it, but this is good. This is really good. Same with this one. Bedlam. I was happy to find this one, and this in really great shape. No cuts, no anything, no hole punches. The vinyl's great. $5. And these last 5, actually, no, that's right, because that's right. Climate's Blues Band, tightly knit. I was happy to find that. That's one I was looking for. I like their earlier stuff when they were the Climax Chicago Blues Band, and that's good stuff here. Vanilla Fudge, Near the Beginning. I've already got this one on vinyl, but this one's actually an upgrade copy for me. Fleetwood Mac, self-titled. It's good stuff. This one I was really happy to find for $5. Chicken Shack, Unlucky Boy. Good stuff here. Now, if you saw one of my past videos when I bought the other flower traveling band, Satori, online, found it for $20. I went to the record show. This was the main thing I went there for this time. The guy luckily was there again. He's from North Carolina and he only comes every now and then. But I got the silk copy of the reissue, made in England, flower traveling band. He had $24 on it, but he sold it to me for $20. But great stuff. Great stuff. I was super happy to get that. So anyway, I didn't do the math on what I spent here, but I know for all these records, you can see the stacks I got here. I mean, I bet I didn't spend $75 on all these. Maybe 80, if that. Anyway, sorry for the long video. I'll try, if I buy more records, to make videos in between instead of just lumping them all into one giant video like this. But like I said, we've been kind of busy with the IVF stuff and just working and everything else. You know, same old type stuff. Anyway, thanks VC. Sorry it's so long. I appreciate you taking the time to watch them. Thanks for the subscribers so far. I really appreciate it. And y'all take care until next time.